And we are so happy to have the brand new Seattle General Manager joining us right now, Hockey Hall of Famer Ron Francis, coming to us from picturesque Seattle, your new home. Congratulations, first of all, on the announcement. I'm sure you're really excited, but I can only imagine how overwhelming it would be to try to build a franchise really from the ground up. What is your first item of business? Where do you even begin?
Well, I think the biggest thing we're going to start doing is putting together an organizational flow chart, putting all the different departments that we want to build, the amount of people we want to have in each of those departments, and kind of work on a time frame as to when we want to hire them. But certainly this is a great opportunity. It's a daunting task when you're building something from the ground up, but it's such a unique and opportunity that doesn't come along every day, especially in pro sports. So absolutely thrilled that they gave me this opportunity. I'm looking forward to the challenge.
Ronnie, you have some time for this daunting task that you talk about, but obviously the most recent expansion team, the Vegas Golden Knights, had a lot of success right out of the gate. What do you take from that, or is this a totally different scenario, or do you learn something and kind of implement it along the way?
Well, I think it certainly is a different scenario, but you got to give a lot of credit to George McPhee and Kelly McCrimmon for the job they did. You know, before I took this position, I used to joke it'd be great to be the second GM in Seattle, not the first with the expectations after what Vegas did. But, you know, I think this is a great opportunity in spending time with Todd Lewicki and spending time with the owners and hearing what their vision is and what they want to do. There's no cutting corners. The venue that we're going to play in is going to be absolutely second to none. It's going to offer a tremendous fan experience for our fans. And I'm sure you're well aware that, you know, when they had to get the 10,000 season tickets, they're able to accomplish that in 12 minutes. Wow. 25,000 in the first hour and over 32,000 in the first day. So this is a passionate hockey market, and we're excited to have that opportunity to build a championship team for them.
Yeah, you mentioned the commitment by the community in terms of early season ticket holders and things like that, but what else about the community has made an impression on you so far in terms of just being a hockey market where Seattle fans will come to the rink?
Well, I think everybody knows it's a passionate sports market. You know, it's absolutely a beautiful area as well. You know, Kenny, I think you played some junior hockey there. You're familiar with it. A lot of lakes, a lot of trees, a lot of mountains. It offers an outstanding quality of life. And, you know, I think being only the sixth team in the National Hockey League that has no state income tax as well will be appealing to free agents. And hearing what the owners want to do and the fact that they want to do things right and not cut any quarters, I think word will get out. And I think this will be a place that people want to come and play. So we're excited about that.
Ronnie, you're correct. I was drafted out of Seattle, lived there a couple of years, and I loved it. And I think it's so great to see a team coming here shortly. You have a lot of work ahead of you, but from a fan perspective, you mentioned the season tickets right away, 25,000 people very interested. Since I was there many, many years ago, hockey's grown tremendously as far as the interest, hasn't it?
No, it definitely has. And I think one thing that's kind of unique, too, is you know, our ownership wants to give back to the community. So when we're building our practice facility, it would have been very simple to build one rink and just keep it for us. But they decided to build 3 rinks, and that allows the youth, the young boys and girls to play and other people to skate on the rink and help build the game in our market, which I think is a tremendous gesture by the owners as well. And you know, we'd welcome you back anytime, Kenny. You want to come back and do a remote here, we'll get up and going. You're welcome.
There you go.
I love it.
I think you have a job offer. Get him on the ice. You know, I know that you are probably going to have your fingerprints on pretty much everything. That's part of the exciting part of building a franchise. So everyone, of course, is wanting to know what the name of this team will be. We've heard that there will be a decision in the next few months, hopefully, we think. If you had to pick, and if you got to pick, and if it was just up to you, what would you name the team?
I'm trying to stay out of that debate, although Todd keeps trying to drag me into it. But you know, I think Todd with his team is doing a great job and doing all their homework and trying to make sure they're uncovering every stone to get it right. And you know, hopefully by I would think the first part of 2020, we'd be able to sort of roll out our name and our colors, and hopefully it's something that the fans are proud of.
Ronnie, you had a Hall of Fame career and obviously won some championships, worked in numerous positions in the front office. How is that experience going to help you here with this new franchise in Seattle?
Well, I think it's critical. When you play the game, and Kenny, you're fortunate enough to be on championship teams, you understand what it takes and all the different parts of the team that need to pull together and work together to be successful. When I retired, I had the pleasure of getting to work under Hall of Fame GM Jim Rutherford. And I wore a lot of different hats. As you said, I was in player development. I was assistant coach on the bench for a couple of years. I worked the assistant GM role and eventually got my opportunity to be the GM. And I think that experience for working under, especially a guy like Jim, was very valuable in helping me move my career along. And I think that'll bode well for me in this situation as well.
And last one, Ronnie, compared to, I played a long time against you, and certainly were very difficult to stop. We know the game has evolved, and it's a little more finesse, maybe a little more speed from top to bottom in your lineup. How does that affect how you build the team? Or is that heart and that spirit of a winning team, obviously you need talent enough? Does things change so much from the days when we played to say now on how you build the team?
Yeah, with the speed of the game today, Kenny, I'm not sure I could play in today's game, but fortunately I played in my era. It's certainly a fast game, so you got to have guys that can skate. And for me, I like players that are smart and highly competitive. Certainly the skill aspect is important as well. And one thing I think is really important is character. I think when you get into the tough times, having guys with character able to pull you through those tough moments and get everything back on track. So, we're going to try and put a team together that encompasses all those traits, and hopefully it allows us to be successful.
Well, I'm sure 2 years sounds like a long time now, but I know it will fly by. Congratulations, Ron, on the new gig, and thank you so much for taking the time to join us.
Thank you very much, Jamie and Ken. Appreciate it.
Congratulations, Ron.